Does it work like 2018? No, it doesn't. Let me sketch it out for you. Let me see if I can find paint. So, we've got 40 teams, right? Top 8 go straight through to round of 16. Upper bracket. They just go straight in. Done, qualified, you can forget about it. The next 16, which is to say 9 to 24, go through to the top groups. So there's 4 groups, all consisting of 4 of the 9 to 24 teams. And it'll be 1 9 like 9 to 12, it'll be 1 13 to 16, etc., etc. So it's going to be pretty even, but it's going to be a drawing. Like, it's going to be completely random. So where you qualify from 9th to 24th really doesn't matter as much. You kind of have to be in a certain tier, right? But where exactly you qualify doesn't have as much weight as it does if you were to seed into the top 8. Qualifier's star rating will be significantly higher. Yes, it'll be significantly higher than the group stages will be. It's going to be like 6.7, 6.8 stars is how I hear it. It's going to be like round of 32-ish difficulty for 2 weeks. Maybe a little bit lower than round of 32 difficulty from last year. Difference between 8 and 9 matter a lot. So the good thing about that is the difference between seed 8 and 9 is astronomical. Like, let me go back to 2024. Well, if I results and statistics. Okay, here we go. I'll pull up the receipts. This is the difference in the top 8 teams compared to the rest. Because if you look at this number here, let's draw that in red, actually. This number here, that is what seeds you. And if we remember that UK last year were at a LAN event, essentially, the difference between, let's say, 7th place and below was a whole 0.5. And considering the scale that these are on, I mean, the difference between the top 3 and 4th was 0.9, right? So there's the scale of the difference. So I think it's not going to matter. It doesn't matter too much. We are going to have the top 8, and the top 8 are going to be the top 8, unless someone Gunga flops. So then, okay, let's go back to this explanation. Let's bounce around a few things. There's another 16 teams, 25 to 40. So those 16 teams go into bottom groups. So there's 3 tiers, essentially. You have the top 8, you have the middle 16, and then you have the bottom 16. But the reason there's top groups... That was awful. The reason there's top groups and bottom groups is because from the top groups, the top 2 go up to face the top 8 in the round of 16. And then the bottom 2 go down to face the top 2 of the bottom group in the losers bracket. Anyone who seeds middle 16 is safe in groups. They're playing groups for seeding purposes. Anyone who places in the bottom 16 here isn't safe, because then they have to play for their life, essentially, and only the top 2 get to go through, and they seed into losers bracket. So does that make sense of how groups works this year? And honestly, great system, brilliant system, absolute genius, especially in the setting that we're in, because the difference between the top 8, because swap Chile down, put UK up, and then plus Poland. Like, there's your top 8. The very obvious top 8. So, we've essentially decided, or we've discussed who's going to be in groups. These guys are going to be in groups, I think. It's literally just the bar fight tier that is going to have people that go out in groups. People can seed into losers bracket from groups. So, like, 8 of the 16 teams are going to seed into losers bracket, which in theory would be 17 to 24 seeds, who would go down from round of 32 anyway, right? In theory, okay, in theory, I have to, like, I have to disclaimer everything I say, I swear. Taking 2 weeks to eliminate 8 teams is diabolical. It's a celebration, okay? OWC, it's not just a tournament. The World Cup isn't just a tournament. The World Cup is a celebration of every country's, every community's achievements, improvements. The reality TV-ification of OWC needs to be studied. No, it's always, in my mind, been more of a celebration. Because it's very festival-like, right? It's like the Olympics is a celebration of sport, but people still try and win it. Come on. But every country sends a delegation whether they think they're going to win it or not.